Now, this show is based upon a motto of borders, language, and culture. Because of me, Trump is cracking down on the illegal aliens in this country. That's right, because of me. Bush not only ignored the issue of borders, he vilified me for bringing up borders. But now we're dealing with an issue of culture, the meltdown of our entire cultural heritage. And so San Francisco is the epitome of this. A 20-mile stretch of this city, schools, playgrounds, a police station. And guess what they finally found? What I have found for years because I actually go out in the streets. Children are saying, we see poop, we see pee, we see needles, we see trash. But you see, it's not just looking at it, Nancy. Nancy said nothing. Diane said nothing. Jerry says nothing. You see, they're too busy trying to undo the election. They don't have time to clean up the city in which they live. They never walk in the city. You think Nancy Pelosi walks in downtown San Francisco? Are you crazy? Do you think Jerry Brown walks in San Francisco? Are you nuts? You leave that to the children they love so much. The little children, the third worlders who are in the city, the little children of any race, any heritage, 3 years old, 2 years old, human waste, needles. Children are walking past needles looking at them. I've been telling you about this for years and years and years. Large heaps of garbage, streets of San Francisco. Discarded junk, 100 drug needles, 300 piles of human feces throughout downtown. Not dog feces. Human dogs. Human dogs. And what do the doctors have to say about that? Dr. Lee Riley, an infectious disease expert at UC Berkeley, warned that once fecal matter dries, it can become airborne, releasing potentially dangerous viruses, such as the rotavirus. And he says if you happen to inhale that, it can also go into your intestine. The results can prove fatal, especially in children. Riley has researched conditions across the poorest slums of the world. His book is entitled Slum Health, and he said that parts of the city may be dirtier than slums in some developing countries. Why is that? He said the contamination in San Francisco is much greater than communities in Brazil or Kenya or India. Did you hear what I just said to you, Nancy? Can you hear me now? Jerry, can you hear me now? The world now knows you've created a slum because of your liberalism. Yes, liberalism is a mental disorder, and a very dangerous one at that. But do you think this will change anything? Here is a moron named Supervisor Hillary Ronan. Never heard of her, but she looks like a typical do-gooder with no brains between her ears. And she said the solution to cleaning up the bums is adding more temporary shelter beds for the homeless and raising taxes. She said we need to find a source of revenue, whether that's putting something on the ballot to raise business taxes. That's smart, Ronan. Drive more businesses out of the city, you idiot. Or taking a look at our general fund and reallocating money towards that purpose and taking it away from something else in the city. Typical answer from a do-nothing, know-nothing liberal.